Namaste, whoever taps into this video. That's the cutest way I can say it. it's um, it's Thursday, October 28th of 2021. I'm a little sippy, just a little bit. Bored out my mind, so I thought I would you know, create a video and see what kind of conversation I can create. Um, I'm gonna keep my earphones in, my headphones. I love my headphones. Um, I know a lot of people fuck with Beats and all that mainstream shit. Like these are called Aftershocks. The best motherfucking headphones I have ever gotten. Um, Google it. Aftershocks. I'm putting in a plug. Advertisement. Um, since I guess I'm kind of reserved when we talk about like the wine that is produced from who you are or the liquor or whatever. I'm a reserve. um, I know, a lot of people aren't viewing my videos or they're viewing and not commenting, which I honestly don't care. There's one guy like I mess with all the time, political gamer. It sounds like he's on the political gamer, DA political gamer altogether. Um, it sounds like he's on many platforms. This is the only platform I'm on. But what I love about him is he keeps uploading and he's just, who he is. And that's exactly what I am since I've incepted this shit. So, but because I'm a reserve. And you know what's so funny is like reserved. What's so funny is um give me a second. Be patient with me. Mm. What's so funny is like I don't know what's so funny, y'all. Forgive me. I can't remember. I'm getting elder. I'm not really elder, but I have like young adult kids and they kind of make me feel elder. But let me rewind. Aftershock headphone. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Because I'm reserved. Okay, that's where I was at. You know what's so funny is I'm the kind of person. I'm not a mainstream type of person, and I don't want to be a mainstream type of person. So like in my journey of life, everything that comes to me is exclusive. Whether it's a thought, whether it's a song, whether it's whatever it is, right? Um, I don't like mainstream shit. I don't. I never have. Um, Maybe it's a part of me, like, I mean, just enjoying the intimacy of me. Intimacy. so, so like, I don't, I guess I'm private. I guess I'm a private person. So, like, in that sense, like, some people may understand this. Like, you can't give stuff to everybody, right? Because everybody is not going to appreciate it, right? And then when you evolve a little bit more, you're like, I won't give this shit to nobody. But then you're like, there's a couple of people I want to have this shit because they deserve this shit. And you might pass it on, right? Because they're worthy of it, right? However, that worthiness shows up, however, their worthiness is proven to you. So I'm saying that. I'm saying Aftershocks. Fuck with these. They are like the best headphones I got. My job gifted them to me. Mind you, the job I used to work, Like I was pulling in like 70,000 a month for them. Um, I'm not even gonna broach on the percentage that they paid me because I couldn't give you the percentage, but percentage wise, it was extremely small. And then, occasionally they gifted us, but they were just giving back what we already produced for them, right? They weren't gifting us anything. They were just giving us a small percentage back. So they had like this gift site, and they were like, you can pick this, you can pick whatever you want. It's called Gifty, by the way. Gifty, I liked it. And I saw these headphones. I'm like, I need some headphones, because I like to walk and exercise and do shit, and I don't like cords. I don't like attachments. Like I don't like something restricting me. And these popped up, and man, I'm telling you, I've been fucking with these mugs. Like I'm gonna ride these bitches to the wheel fall off. I'm gonna give me some more. So Aftershocks headphones. Anybody who wants some boss ass headphones, anybody who doesn't care about labels, who wants some quality shit, tap into these bitches. They're boss. They're definitely worth it. I done dropped these mugs and left them in the rain. I done did all kinds of shit. They're perfection to me. Um, but yeah. So the thought that came into my head before I decided to do this is me making these videos. Like sometimes I feel like it's I Am Legend. Like Will Smith and I Am Legend. Like when he was sitting there on his microphone, trying to tell other people what he had to offer, and nobody was there. Everybody else was zombied out. Sometimes, it kind of feels like that. But it's not regulated to these videos I'm uploading. It's regulated to life in general, right? And I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I'm addicted. I really enjoy YouTube. I really enjoy it because I enjoy that it's organic content, right? It's it seems like freedom of speech for now because I know that like a lot of people get censored and a lot of people get um, get in trouble for sharing their thoughts. Um, and I know they did like a big purge where they kind of eliminated like a ton of video and a ton of content. But you know what? They have that right to because this is their platform. Um, so, anyways, what I've been observing about YouTube is it's kind of fucked up, but I feel like it's necessary, right? Um, it's kind of fucked up that the connections that you are making with some of the most magnificent people, with some of the most edifying people, is happening through video communication. But it's kind of cool because some of these people are in different states and stuff. Um, and some of these people are just being their authentic self. But I guess it's kind of fucked up, but it's not because these people probably have always the authentic ones. They've always been who they were, and they probably were rejected and discarded and dismissed by the people that they were being who they were around, right? Like they family, like their friends. I would put quotation marks in the air, but I'm holding something in this hand, I'm holding something in this one. Um, yeah, but that was probably a part of their process to make sure that they stay genuine, right? So, but them being who they are and them being authentic, and I'm saying authentic, they're reaching people, on a wider spectrum, right? They're reaching people, they're connecting with their soul tribe, they're connecting with their spiritual family, they're igniting shit with people across states, across countries, which is beautiful, right? And so I'm like, there's pros and cons and everything, right? But yeah, it's interesting to me. I've connected with someone on YouTube, Queen Possible. If you want to Google her, she's amazing. I enjoy her, right? She's just beautiful to me. Um, her energy is beautiful, right? And it's funny because like I connected with her because there was something that resonated inside of me about her, right? I saw her, right? And connected with her and she saw me, right? And the cool thing is like there's like, you get to know somebody without like any immediate engagement, right? But that's what I've learned in life is like you should always be true to yourself. You should always be who you are. You should always be able to connect and disconnect when you need to, right? Without someone, trying to grip you or control you and stuff. Um, Truth. You see, my name is True. No, sorry, Truest Lovely. I got a couple of names. I put them, got several names that came to me. Um, but truth is just such a bit pure truth, good truth. Like motherfuckers be speaking truth sometimes, but it be on some trash shit. Um, but yeah, anyways, that was just a thought. Um, like, I Am Legend, Will Smith sending out signal to help other people. Um, and he obviously wanted to receive something too. I don't look to receive anything from anyone. I'm just open to the universe and I'm open to God to receive, whatever comes to me. And because of my training, I know how to pay attention to what is necessary and what is not. Um, but yeah, it's just a beautiful evening. It's fall. The leaves are changing. They have a multitude of colors. Um, the air is getting crisp. Everything is beautiful. Um, I just had my, excuse me, whenever y'all see me kind of like do that, is because I'm trying to burp. I just had my time with my youngest. It was abundant. It was beautiful. I adore my bubbies, my little bright and shining stars. So honored that I'm their mother, and I get to nurture them. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to nurture them however long I'm here, right? Um, Think about history and the time we live in is it's crazy to me that people still do wild shit and they're still dumb as fuck and reckless because just social media alone shows you the end results of that shit, right? Like even if your conscious can't tap into what you're doing, like you have many examples and many stories from millions of other people to know how that shit works. And so the fact that you're still out here reckless and dumb and doing shit that's harmful to you and other people, especially children, I just, I don't even know who created you. I don't know who created you. I don't. Um, because the child is gonna grow up one day, and you're gonna tap out one day. Like I don't know what your belief system is, whether it's heaven or hell. Like what? Don't believe in that. Just believe your legacy is who you are and what you're gonna leave on this planet, and that's the legacy you want to leave. Wow. Excuse me. Uno momento, por favor. No disrespect to Mexican people in any way when I say it. I just love that. Uno momento, por favor. Hold on 1 minute. And I love their gracia. It sounds so much better than thank you for some reason. Um, but scrolling on YouTube, I see some Mexicans have some beef with black people. But that's none of my concern. That's their issue. But yeah, just like if your only legacy is what you leave on this planet, is you're leaving to other people and children, and you still continue to just be nasty as fuck, then what? Who created you? Who's your creator? Um, what else do I want to talk about on this evening? Yeah, I've just connected with so many amazing people, and I'm just like that. Like, I knew it was other people out here like me or similar to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Oh, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Oh my God. Like, I've heard about TikTok. YouTube's kind of tapped into it with their shorts, and I'm just like, ugh. A lot of it's just like, ugh. They be playing these songs and shit. And I'm like, ugh. But I'm about knowledge. I'm always open to like learn shit, right? But I saw like some different TikToks today, some different TikToks. Like one of them, and I actually watched the video, not the shorts. And one of them was like, "Tell me your white parents shouldn't have had you a child of color." And like hearing these people's stories, it was like, wow. But what I loved about it is they was being honest as fuck, and like I loved that shit. I loved it. And then it was another one like TikToks, like tell me what racist white people have said to you as a white person because they thought you were racist, right? And it was a whole bunch of other ones, but I don't. Those are the only two I checked out. What I adored about that shit was like these people were being honest and transparent, and it was so abundant because like I've already known this shit and I've already felt this shit, but like to hear people actually verbalize it, right? I guess that's the veil that's coming off is there are people who desire to live in truth, and there are people who live in truth who are just like, I see this shit, I feel this shit, and this is what the fuck this is, and it's some shit that needs to be corrected, right? Um, I really appreciate those videos. I just feel like that's knowledge. That's necessary. That is so damn necessary for those videos to be made, right? For me, it's affirmation because the way I'm set up is I get a lot of knowledge. My creator my creator knows me, and my creator knows that I'm somebody who can handle knowledge that my creator wants to give me, right? I take it and I soak it in, right? Um, and then there's some people who just aren't aware. Being young and shit, I get it. Being young, there's some shit you're just unaware of. That's the thing about being young. So that's the thing about being young that you need to understand. Like being young is not your highest goal. Being young and then getting older and being able to look back and see what you experienced when you were young and you're still here. Oh my God. You guys have no idea. What's disturbing is being young and then being older and still being fucked up. That's that. Can I show you? Can I show you the displeasure on my face anymore than I'm showing you right now? But anyways, got to spend a wonderful 2 weeks with my amazing children. And I had to take them back to their dad, right? And I I'm so honored like I get to be a mother. Because I understand mother nurtures in many ways, but now that we're divorced and we have this custody agreement, I understand that self-care for myself is just as important as taking care of my children. So that's what put that little plug out there for women out there with children. You have to take care of yourself as much as you take care of your children. And um hopefully you're with somebody who cultivates that environment. And because of course if you're allowed to take care of yourself, you're going to take care of everybody else. If you're not, um there needs to be some reflection that needs to be had, because anyone who won't let you take care of yourself doesn't give a fuck about their children, because you're the nurturer, you're the mother. So if you can't take care of your children well, anyone who's bringing you extra strife or stress or anything, you know what I'm saying? And so like now I have this belief like un momento por favor. You're not gonna see what I'm sipping. Now I have this belief like now I'm just like anti-marriage. I call it Mirage now. I'm anti legal marriage because what I had to do to get out of this entanglement I was in. But like I said, there's pros and cons to everything because without that, then this person wouldn't have been held accountable by law to be responsible for the children he created to me. So, I mean, there are some benefits of legal marriage, but the only reason that's necessary is because our communities and people don't hold people accountable, right? If people did that in community, the law and legal system wouldn't be necessary for that. So I appreciate, the law and legal system for that purpose, right? Um, but I'm so like anti-marriage now because if you love somebody and your their best interest and well-being is mine, it's going to be there whether you have papers or not. Like, you need legal papers to write a will out to tell somebody you love this person, you want them to have what you have. You need legal papers to leave your children in your will what you've worked for. You need legal papers to tell you to do right. That's the child support argument. That shit frustrates me so much, and I get so mad at men who are like so angry about child support because 9 times out of 10, the men who are like that, they're not actively engaged in their children's life. Or let me say eight. Let me say 8.5 and a half times, right? Because like I said, I know that there's good men. The crazy thing that I've observed is 7.5 out of 10 good men are with not 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 uh not great feminines, right? And vice versa. 9 times out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. I'm talking about the black community. Like my observation, I could be wrong. This is just my observation. Um, Phenomenal, amazing black women are with not so great masculines. So, I guess that's just the course, like that's why you have to learn how to balance and master yourself, um, and figure shit out and be in tune with shit, you know. But it's been tricky. It's been a very tricky game since I've been born. I mean, I see how it's kind of hard. That veil that's being lifted, it needs to be lifted because you need to see shit with your spiritual eye, with your spiritual eyes. Like we talk about the third eye, but your spiritual, these eyes can be spiritual too. The two eyes you have, they can be spiritual too, right? So you need to see and feel shit. You know what I'm saying? Understand shit. But a lot of us, I mean, I'm just speaking from an 80s perspective. We weren't trained and prepared for that shit, because everything about the world we lived in is tapped in to get you to check out of your spiritual being. And if anybody's really listened to what I put on here, I understand your spiritual entity is just as great or equal or greater than your physical entity. Because that's the part of you that's going to always continue, right? But everything around us is designed to suffocate that shit. Like you think about how people run to and fro to work. You think about how we get our food. We got to go in the store and grab carts and walk around and deal with mugs. And, it's just like it's the schooling system, the work system, everything. The home, like how you have to provide your home and like everything about this society is set up for you to suffocate and deny the spiritual part of you. And that's unfortunate as fuck. Because if that part of you dies, you can literally be a human vessel walking around here because your organs and shit is still moving, but that spirit is dead. And some people is okay with that kind of death, and some people aren't. You know, so you just have to try to find a balance and hopefully you can manifest your way out the jungle, the concrete jungle. Because the jungle probably ain't really that bad. But yeah, but anyways, those TikTok videos, hearing some of those white people talk, I'm like, oh, there goes the redemption, white folks. I see you. I see you. Like being human, like like I made another video talking about a woman named Elizabeth, and it's just like I need to hear that from some white people because without that, I mean, it's it's hard, y'all. I I'm glad those videos were made because I'm like, damn, they not all co-align with that shit, and some of them actually fight against that shit. I mean, that's encouraging. What white people's perspective towards black people is, I don't care. But I know that there's more than white and black. I mean, but that's the dynamic in America. You know, duality. I know there's other races, right? I need to see other races on some proper shit too. I need to. You don't have to show me shit, but who you are. Whatever that is, be true to who you are. Because who you are is going to be shown. But I need to see you so I know what the fuck I'm dealing with. You know? And the crazy thing about, the white people saying like what racist white people said to them, thinking that they were racist, is when they called them out, like they said most of these motherfuckers shut the fuck up and scurried away. And I'm like, on that coward shit. You only do that shit when you feel empowered to do it. So, and that can happen for any race, for any reason, for any rhyme, for any season. But anyways, I just thought I'd make a video tonight. I was able to clear up my storage. Um, it's a beautiful evening. Um, there's beautiful people and energies. The best thing about living life on this planet is like, so like when you're young, you don't think about when you're gonna leave here. You just be like da 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 da. That's why everybody would be like so traumatized when a young person dies. They're like, oh my god, and then older people be like, oh my god, because like when that young man that I made a video about passed, that shit hurt my soul. But nobody knows the time or the season that they're called to leave here. But what I've come to understand is who you are is who you will be. Right? So you can either hide who you are or you can either own who you are. And if who you are is an error, you better go to class and figure out how to fix that shit. Not the public school systems, the school of life. Listen to the universe. Listen to God. Take Learn your lessons. Because 9 times out of 10, your treacherous ass went around here doing bullshit. Something has already told you to fix that shit. You just overrode that shit. Which we all do sometimes. You know? We live in a world that has a lot of distractions. But there's some things that you can't override. Like being treacherous and evil as fuck. You can't override that shit. You shouldn't. You know. But who you are is who you will always be. Like, that's the thing about Christians. Christians are like, when we get to heaven, un momento, we'll be in our glorified state, in our body, right? I've had my fair share of Christianity. But what about your soul, right? Like Christians think that when they get to heaven, there's going to be a button push that's going to change everything about who they are. That's not the case. That's not the case. And there's a lot of things that God's trying to tell you, universe, God, creator, divine, not a man, not a he, is trying to teach your ass. Some of y'all may listen, some of y'all may not. You know, um, but who you are is who you will be, right? And you can groom that shit. It's up to you to groom that shit. It's up to you to tap in and pay attention to what's happening around you. Like, shit will present itself to you. It's up to you to receive it. But I don't know. I've heard this thing called predestination and all this stuff. Maybe there's some truth to that shit. Maybe there's some people who just are always pure spirits. And maybe there's some people who are always corrupt. And maybe there's some people who play middle ground thinking they have that choice. I don't know. You know. I'm grown in the 3D, but I'm kind of a baby because I know that there's many who are before me who are still here. Like, and when I see that person and they about their shit, and I'm not talking about what they've gained monetarily or the what they've achieved in some kind of monetary way or corporate way, or I'm talking about organically and who they are. When I see them, I love that shit. We all have to be open to correction, if not from people, but from God and angels and spirit guides and ministering spirits, creation. You have to be open to that shit. Ego. I don't have any room for ego anymore. Ego takes too much energy. Ego takes way too much energy. Because all ego is a fucking mask. All ego is something that's trying to hide something that you don't want people to see. That's why I got time for ego. The shit that I don't want people to see, I'm not gonna let them see it. Like, you don't need to see my coochie. You don't need to see my titties. Some things about my universe and my situation you don't need to see. When I walk out on the street, I'm not gonna share some shit with you because I'm not supposed to, right? But overall, like a lot of these people on these platforms, like I follow some people